we've got your finals, Applechips versus Spiffirific. All right, welcome to the finals, everybody. Quick reminder, winner of tonight gets $20 cold hard cash, courtesy of the Misplay podcast. Also, an automatic invite to the Summer Invitational. And that Summer Invitational will award a seat to the 2021 $100,000 World Championships put on by Direwolf Digital. So, a lot on the line for these players. As I said before, no strangers to this moment for either of these players. Both firing off on all cylinders here, getting started. We're going to see Gleaming Granite into Whispering Wind, First Blood by Applechips.
I think I'd be tempted to just, fire off Nectar of Life. Do not want that Whispering Wind to be recurred by the Crawl. That would be very awful. And hen, solid.
Chip's going to follow up with the chicken. The hen's going to grab a Vine Grafter off the top. You know, the only downside of this deck that Applechips is running here is we're just combining all sorts of different types of creatures here. You got Grenadin, we got chickens, we got Houndmasters, we got wind elementals, vines. I mean, pick a tribe, yo.
It's a party, like we are an all-inclusive, diverse party.
That is true. Everyone's
party
invited.
Time.
Everyone is invited. It's true. Any unit that's a menace to society is invited to this deck for sure.
A menace to society. Oh man.
Spiffirific looking at kind of an awkward hand. I mean, the stealth units are pretty good, really, but the D'Angelo Mites aren't really what you want right now. And then I just got a Permafrost there, so nothing else going for Spiff. But
it's hands
really
like this that it's hands like this that make me not be a massive fan of D'Angelo Mites main, because they are very powerful in the right spots, but they are still very, very clunky at times, which means that they're a perfect candidate to be a market card.
Alright, Spiff gonna attack with the Hidden Crusader to draw a card. Gonna draw a Shadow Sigil and play out a second copy of the Crusader. So we're just putting a Crusade team together. Ooh, nice. Curl off the top for Applechips. Oh wait, is that Whispering Wind permanent? Oh no!
Yeah! I called it! Called! Perfectly
The Nectar of Unlife has Decay, shutting off that Whispering Wind. You called it. That Curl cannot get it back. I celebrated too early. Well called, Stormguard. That is in the void for good.
Ooh, a Defile. Perfect. Give me Houndmaster. No Houndmasters for you. Give me. Well, I mean, you could Mandevilla as well.
Either one, yeah.
Come on, give me.
Mandevilla is probably better, right? You get the unit.
Better. Yeah, because it still leaves you a 3/4.
Oh, can actually take out the Vine Grafter. It's trying to shut down that market access. But that is going to keep Houndmaster.
They know they can grab the... What's the word for it? They can grab Combust to deal with.
They could grab Combust. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, seems very reasonable. Still,
take some damage for it, though. Yeah, you're going to sacrifice some damage for that. Take a hit here, but yeah.
But you're still only losing one unit since you're able to double block.
True.
You're able to double block one of the Hellhound. Either way, and next turn, hopefully you have the Defile just snatch the Houndmaster out of them, and then at that point they don't really have a lot of pressure, which is nice. I mean, your D'Angelo Mites still aren't exactly fantastic, but I'll take 3 cards, I guess. Only 3 cards. Come on, give me a better rate than that. Okay, opting to block with the Mandevilla here. What? I'm trying to think of... Oh, it might be... Is it... Oh. Wait. Sorry, chat. I don't have the deck list memorized off the top of my head because they're not my deck list. So I will double check if Applechips has any fast speed removal. That might mess up some plan. I believe it's just... Okay, no fast speed removal at all out of Applechips. So, yeah, that was...
Are they not even running the Defiles on Applechips' side?
No. No Defiles, no Flash Fries, no Vicious Overgrowths.
No, really nothing. I mean, really not a lot of interaction. It's a lot of just playing out to the board. They've got 4 Permafrost, and they're using the auto trap. I mean, I guess you're using your Deadlies, right? You're using the Waxing Moon.
Yep. Okay, so right now, Applechips is out pretty much completely out of gas, but and just slowly trying to poke to death. Yeah, okay, yep, I see it. So you still have the 2 power for uh bad wisdom of the elders that costs 5. Um, yeah,
Yeah, that's
Spiffer
this is. I was just
Spiffer is
commenting.
really
What was it?
cool.
Was the last game or 2 games ago? I was commenting on how impressed I was with D'Angelo Might. Well, here's the other side of that coin: is not very impressed with it in this game.
Mandeville is very nice though. I
That
do
is true.
appreciate that.
Mandevella is nice, and Spifferific still at 11.
Yep.
We go to 7 here, but seven's far from 0.
We have
Here's an
auto
auto
tread.
tread.
Okay.
Fire off one to the
Probably just
face. Yeah, do it, Applechips.
probably just take out the auto tread here.
Out.
Yep, takes
Auto
out the auto
tread
tread.
gone. Mandeville. Actually, that
Can
auto tread not
Spifferific
only did it fire
stabilize?
1 damage off at Spifferific's face, but also put it up to a 2/2, so made it the Mandevilla a little bit
Ooh,
smaller. Ooh, what a draw of
that
Elise
is
here.
very good.
Um,
Because that, oh gosh, you still have the permafrost for
yeah.
it, but
Love the
that's gonna
permafrost
make.
for it, and you take out one of those
Ooh,
units, but ooh, Davia's nice.
that
All
is an
right.
extremely fortunate top deck.
That is
Sorry,
nice.
that was
Now
very
here
quick.
comes the D'Angelo might. This is the one we wanted right here. Now D'Angelo is showing off his true might. Let's draw 6 cards off of that Davia. It's really Davia's might. Get out of here, D'Angelo. Stop taking credit. Classic taking credit for a woman doing the hard work, right? Davia
Ooh,
drawing all those cards.
wow. Telemaco's calling out society. Yes, I live for this.
Attacking in with these 2 attack overwhelm units. If we're gonna block with a Molder Muck, let's ooze it up here.
Yep.
Decay that
Applechips is still
Grenadin
at
down.
a very well padded, I should say, life total here. So, but they're definitely, as with most of the more aggressive decks, they're definitely gonna struggle to come back from behind. And
Ooh,
I
yeah,
mentioned previously,
exploit.
Watermark is so good against these
It is. Moldermuck's
round.
really good against these decks. I also love that Spifferific just did the empty hand exploit play. Love it. Get that plunder on. Here comes the second Moldermuck, and Moldermuck is really good against these decks. I totally agree with you. Hellhound, Hound's good. Make some Hounds, but Spifferific's got a 6/6 Davia and has got big Moldermucks. So this attack actually isn't going to do anything but shrink the Moldermucks, but that's okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely surprised to see Spifferific not fire off a permafrost here. Um,
I'm
I
not even
guess
sure
if
though what.
they're potentially wanting to save it for a flyer, I suppose. But I'm not like really the only flyer they have is Whispering.
Right. Woo! Woo!
Very nice.
There we go. Let's draw some more cards. Ooh, I see a short hopper in there. Am I gonna get my donut again? Gonna be the
Probably
next.
not donuts. Probably Channel the Tempest. It would be my best guess.
Yeah, probably. That seems like a better guess.
A nice fat channel.
All right, Applechips continue to attack in. That's what the deck was designed to do. So why stop now? But the blocks are good for Spiff.
Yep, and now it's just they're just gonna. Yeah, I take it back. Spliff knows what they're doing. They don't need a permafrost.
Moldermuck,
Who needs
Moldermuck,
frost?
Moldermuck. Mandevella is
Yep.
going to take out the Valise, and the tables have turned officially. I asked the tables, and they told me that they have officially turned now. Life total does not matter when you've got board advantage and +7 card advantage.
Yep. Applechips just didn't have. Not really. Gas just didn't have the
Just
fat
going to play out the
junkers
Whispering
to be able
Wind.
to. Okay.
Right.
Hopper, maybe just an icy gate. It might just be
Yeah.
icy because you have to back up short hopper
Ooh,
anyway.
send a message. Send a message is
Ooh.
discarded. Play 2 to play it from your void. That works pretty well. Attack some more. Let's make some more space for some of these units. Spiff River wants to play more units. We need some room.
Absolutely.
Moldermark's going to attack. That's going to put Applechips down. And again, I don't think Applechips has any way out of this one.
Nope. Like Spiffiric's lock on this game is
Plus
so
the
very, very
the ice salesman
concrete.
himself off the top, just in case you need a little something extra. Well, the only downside for Spifferific is a good chunk of this damage is going away next turn.
I'm sure that Spifferific. Wait, no. That even if all the ones are
I think it's
gone,
still lethal, right?
yeah,
6, 10,
yeah,
11, 12,
because
13, 14.
they
Yeah.
just stun whatever Applechips plays with Duff,
Yeah.
so it's gonna be lethal either way.
GG either way. They also have the permafrost in hand, so it doesn't even matter. Yeah, that was a nice stabilization there by Spifferific. Applechips was putting the pressure on, but Spiff was able to keep going. I mean, Applechips is only at 4, but that wasn't really a problem, right? There was never a moment where Applechips had things to play and couldn't do it. Not like Applechips was really power screwed.
Indeed.
Not sure what
Yeah,
Spiff's thinking about here. It seems like a easy pass go. All right,
okay.
Kroll not gonna do anything really.
It's something. It's not gonna matter, but it is
it's
technically something.
just gonna make it even. It's gonna make you lose further actually, because whatever you reanimate's gonna get stunned, and then now you're at 7 instead of 11. There's an auto tread. I guess you can ping down one of the Mandavellas thanks to the Kroll in hand, but oh yeah, gonna ping. Applechips gonna go out in style. Gonna ping one to my own face. Stun and go. Stun and go always works, and here we go. That's gonna knock it down. Spifferific is gonna be the game 1 winner, which means Spifferific 1 game away from being your champion. But if there's anybody that can come back from 1-0 and make it close, I think Applechips would be a pretty good person to do it. It's kind of like the old, if you ever followed golf, there's always like the back in the heyday of Tiger Woods, it was like, do you take Tiger Woods to win, or do you take everybody else in the entire field together? It kind of feels like that now, where it's like, well, do you take Applechips, or do you take anybody else against Applechips? Because they got a chance. But Spifferific is no slouch either. Spifferific has been putting up results left and right, and up a game right now. Looking pretty solid in that first one.
Yeah, honestly, if I'm going to be perfectly honest, I expect both of these players to grace our Summer Invitational screens come September. But it's more like bragging rights. Like, I beat you to it. I'm the first 3-time invitational competitor. Bragging rights.
That's a good point. I would agree that I think both players are favorites to make the Invitational come September, one way or the other. All right, Spifferific on the play. Gets to take first blood with an exploit. And you're going to see a lot of things in hand. I don't know what the take is here. You've got an Amarok, you've got a Valise, Hidden Crusader. I'm going to go ahead and take the Valise. Applechips far away from casting it, but probably the most powerful card in hand.
Reasonable. Yep, and the Amarok's not going to do as much without some buddies on board.
That's true. But the Amarok also has an Aegis Shield, which means that Permafrost is not going to take it out cleanly, but Moldermuck can. Hey, those Moldermucks, you mentioned it last game, pretty good against this deck. Permafrost will take care of it for Applechips, but if you want to stop what Applechips is doing and what RNG was doing, Moldermuck seems like a good way to do that.
Absolutely.
We'll give a shout out to Cassandrith. Thank you, Cassandrith, for supporting TNE and for giving us oozes to play out onto the board.
Yay, oozes.
Borgov
And
taking a break
yeah,
from
and shout
selling
out
ice to
to-
his Yetis and coming here to
I believe
fight the
it's
battles.
Aurelin, I believe that's how you pronounce their username, Aurilyn, who actually won Cassandreth's card design competition and gave us Moldermuck, which was originally called Mitotic Ooze. Originally named Mitotic Ooze, but now Moldermuck. Very, very nice.
Dropping that insider knowledge on us. Thanks, Stormguard. That's why I pay you the big bucks. Privilege of rank gonna get discarded here. Gonna go get a Justice Sigil again. Not playing any Justice Influence in here. Just gonna ramp us up. Make sure Spifferific continues to hit those power drops.
I think spifferific might need to just block the Amarak in this position, unfortunately, because that's getting out of hand pretty quickly.
Yeah, I agree. I think this Amrock needs to go. Applechips is hitting with Waxing Moon, so all of these have deadly. And you called it. We're going to make that trade. That short hopper is going to trade with the Imrock. Try to keep Applechips' board somewhat clean here. Photograph is going to hit. We're going to draw D'Angelo Might. And we're going to discard Exploit. And then we're going to cast D'Angelo Might. All right, let's draw some cards.
Right.
Seed of Cunning, Permafrost, Davia. Here she is. Felon
Hey,
painted.
our favorite lady. Our favorite show-stopping lady. She
Hard-working card in the group, Davia. Drawing cards.
Yeah, I think that was the correct call. Because currently we have the hand cam bug, so we can't exactly tell how many cards. Well, I can't tell how many cards Applechips has in hand right now.
Yep, just one, just the Whispering Wind. Yep.
Excellent. But yeah, it's not that either way they won't be able to apply. Spifferific knows Applechips' list and knows that they won't be able to apply too much, so and therefore be more comfortable firing off the Might there, and also because they don't have any reach.
Yeah.
As we've mentioned, they don't have like Vicious Overgrowths or the Yoke in the list.
Yep, that's true. They don't. But that is going to put Spiff down to 4. Here comes a Whispering Wind, so that is a flyer. Second copy of Waxing Moon going to hit as well. Second copy of Davia for Spiff. So what can Davia get back? We know we have the D'Angelo Might. We've also got Nectar of Unlife, Exploit, and Privilege of Rank are the 3 options. So we're going to go Nectar of Unlife to take care of that Whispering Wind.
Yep.
Yeah, once again, get those Whispering Winds out of here. Now attacking in, going to put the attacks on. It does give you another Moldermuck. I love how Spifferific... and credit to Martin in chat for calling this out, but I do love how aggressive Spifferific has been with, if I'm not dead, I'm attacking. And, you know, I think a lot of players would be nervous in this position and say, I'm at 4. If I lose a blocker, I'm in big trouble. But Spifferific says, no, I've got a Davia, I've got a Moldermuck, I'm attacking. Like, that's, if I'm not blocking here, I'm attacking. And that's how I'm going to win the game, not by sitting back and waiting for Applechips to draw some way to get around me.
Yeah, especially with open deck lists, you know what outs your opponents can have. So therefore, you should always be playing appropriately around those outs. Okay.
Mandevella here. That can take care of the Whisper. I mean, do you just do the same play again? Mandevella, take out the Whispering Wind, and you're left with a big lifesteal unit. The Valise makes that a little tougher, but I think you still can.
Yeah.
No, you're gonna take out the Valise. That's fine too. I think that's safe. Now you're at a little bit of a threat from the Whispering Wind.
I think it's definitely a consideration to say, hey, I know that you're only drawing 1 card next turn, and you're just gonna be making your stuff deadly instead of drawing 2 extra cards off the Waning side. So the outs that you have with regards to who's his face? Whispering Wind, you take me in a 3. Right. What do you do?
It's true. You still have the Davia for next turn if you need to go and deal with that Whispering Wind another time.
Absolutely. I don't.
Applechips has Seat in hand and Vinegrafter in hand. So let's see what Applechips can do. They can play Vinegrafter and they can get Combust, Sabotage, Reappropriator, a Rock Razor Shaper, and Wyatt's Junkyard. So Wyatt's Junkyard is not going to do anything, obviously, but they can get some flyers in here if that's what he wants to do. That Reappropriator could be big. It's going to force Spifferific's hand. I mean, Reappropriator would be lethal. If you go Vinegrafter, activate Reappropriator, that's lethal on board.
No. I mean, they can always just stun it with Davia.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. So with Davia,
that does hamstring you, though, if that becomes a problem, but that's still hamstringing a lot of power every turn to keep that stun every other turn, I guess.
Yeah, and with...
You got to be careful with this, too. Auto Tread. I wonder... Ooh, can Applechips hold... You have enough power. I wonder if it's worth holding Auto Tread.
I think so, because next turn you'll draw 2 more cards and you just have lethal.
Yeah, and you just have lethal.
I mean, like it's a question of is spifferific gonna get in with the one? Um, wait. So currently Applechips has 2 cards. Next turn they're gonna run 3 cards.
Yep.
Yeah. So even if spifferific gets in with their 1/1 lifesteal, it's still gonna be lethal.
Right.
So I think they just hold and just wait and
Now
try not to
Spiff does
die.
have an exploit. I believe Spiff has an exploit in the void. Yeah.
True.
So Spiff can go Davia exploit. I don't think they will. I don't think Spiff like that's why would Spiff do that? The only thought would be what is Applechips
Yeah.
holding in hand.
Oh, okay. So choosing to play a Divine Grafter instead of holding it. No, I guess like in that situation you can just the lifesteal unit with your Vine Grafter so that they won't gain any life. Oh, never mind. Freezes of the Vine Grafter.
And then Permafrost, the Whispering Wind, really doesn't want that flyer to hit.
I think, yeah, Spifferific has to attack with the 1/1 here.
Right.
Oh no.
Draws
Oh, no.
Permafrost, draws Vinegrafter, draws Permafrost. I think
That's
that what we
insane.
said last time is lethal. Here comes Auto Tread. Yeah, there we go. That's going to be it. It did. Applechips saw the line, held, and that's going to be it. Going to Auto Tread 3 times for lethal. That's incredible.
Yep, just being
Absolutely
very
incredible.
patient.
So patient, so well navigated. Credit to Applechips for that win. Very impressive for seeing that line, staying patient, holding on. It's very tempting to play that auto tread out, but yeah, played that perfectly. Well done, sir.
Yep, and now we get to have a game 3. Aren't you excited, Twitch chat? Join me in
Game
being
3
excited.
in the finals.
Yeah. And it's been like a well fought fight both times. Like game 1, Applechips was very close to closing things out, I think, against Spifferific, but they managed to stabilize. Game 2, Spifferific was very close to stabilizing, but Applechips was just able to find the line to eke out those last few points of damage. Very, very impressive. See, this is why they're both invitational competitors, why they both beat me a lot in the winter season.
All right, our players are ready for game 3 of the finals. Winner take all. This one is for all the marbles.
All the marbles. And lots of bragging rights. Just to be clear,
lots
the
of
bragging rights is what is important.
Pretty sure that's what the marbles are, is the bragging rights.
Yes.
Sure,
And type
Applechips knew.
a marble.
Good to
One
go.
free brag.
All right, Krull gonna hit. Not the best time to draw Krull, but that's okay. We've got Whispering Wind, Grenahen, 3 power. We've got a couple chickens that are ready to cross the road. We've got a Krull in hand that's not doing anything, but in Applechips' hand or Applechips' deck can take advantage of just having random cards.
Absolutely. And definitely a slightly awkward draw Spifferific.
Very slow.
You love Davias, but you don't really necessarily want them.
Yeah, you don't really want 2/7 drops in your basically opening hand, but Defile going to take out that Whispering Wind. Once again, story of the night, Whispering Wind goes away. Second copy of Krull's going to do nothing. Grenahen's going to draw a Prowling Amrock. So kind of traded the draws there. Missed the draw for the turn because you don't want that Krull, but did get the Amrock, which is a nice hit off the Grenahen. But Spifferific, slow hand, but it didn't punish Spiff. Was able to have just that. How key was that Defile, though? Get that Defile to stabilize. Just to buy time, and now you've got 2 Torgovs and you're buying time for your Davias.
I think.
Okay, Frost the first Torgov, yeah.
But yep.
But Torgov and Mandavella for Spifferific.
Yeah, I agree with the line of just Torgoving here. You don't really now that is a target that you will hit.
Yeah, that one you'll hit. Elise gonna hit attacking in. Torgov gonna eat the chicken. He likes to eat. There's chickens up north too in Yeti lands. And yeah, now we're just gonna see another copy of Mandevilla as well. Spifferific is and drawing. Ooh, can discard one of those Davias to keep hitting your power drops. We've got a Mandevilla this turn. We've got a potential Davia next turn. That's going to take out the Valise. This hand is shaping up as perfectly as Spifferific could have drawn it up. It was a little shaky at first because it was really expensive, but when you can hit every single power drop up the curve and you draw well to fill in the spots you were missing, that's how it plays out pretty well. You got to be happy with that one.
But that is a very, very chunky Amarok. So opting just yeah, because even if you chump block the Green Grin, they still have an attacker, and either way, they're probably gonna have an attacker with the. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Spiff using life total as a resource.
Just really wanting to make sure that they hit the power drops for Davia.
Right, we're going to use the Mandeville. That's going to pop the Aegis.
Oh!
But then permafrosting the Whispering Wind. So popping the Aegis, permafrosting the Whispering Wind.
I like that. Yeah, because Applechips is probably close to out of gas at this point. So cutting off their additional routes. And you know that they basically only have permafrost removal anyway, and they've already spent one. So the odds of them getting another one probably not super high. So you should be able to get a clean block here.
Houndmaster the draw for Applechips there. They've got a Krull in hand too. That's not doing anything but just being an extra card. Houndmaster in hand. But unfortunately for Applechips, Spifferific has the beef. They got the chunky beef on their side too. Gonna make that trade. Spifferific still got Torgov left over. 2 Davias in hand, another one, but only at 6 power, so that's gonna have to wait, but
okay, so
nice lady is coming soon.
I'm surprised the Applechips didn't drop Houndmaster next turn, because presumably you were gonna chump attack anyway. But maybe I'm just missing something. Ooh, auto tread's very nice. Pluck off that blocker. Pluck off that. Oh, not okay. No blocker plucking off. Wait. What is their last card in hand?
Krull.
Krull. Oh. Now that's okay. Now that's kind of surprising. I definitely would have just plucked off the 1/1 lifesteal with the Krull there, and then just attack him.
It's interesting. I love how fast these players are playing. Like right now, normally we see a little bit slower, but Nectar of Unlife is huge draw here. That is able to take care of the Houndmaster and get Mandevilla back, and that is a brutal 2-for-1 Spifferific. Valise, a nice draw for Applechips too, though. Man, these players just top decking charms here. This is 7.
That is
nothing
not when you wanted to draw the Krull, unfortunately.
The tough time. The Krull timing has been rough on Applechips for tonight. Painting is going to come in depleted, but man, how key is this Mandevilla here? That Nectar of Unlife was a huge draw.
Yep, I think Spiffer, like we were expecting Spiffer to get in yet again, but I think in this position, because now you can play the Davias, you can just steamroll from there if need be. That you don't want to just somehow die to perhaps a Houndmaster or something.
And it's Davia time, and that is going to be tough for Applechips. Davia's hit the board. Let's get a free Defile plus a 6/6 Aegis that can stun Applechips' units, and that is going to be tough for 1/1s and 1/3s to get through. Nice shiny Whispering Wind looks good, but and of course D'Angelo might as well to refill if we ever need to get there. But Spifferific's looking good so far. Nectar of Unlife from the second copy of Davia. That's going to take care of Whispering Wind, and Spifferific can feel it. I remember this feeling. I know this feeling when you're like, okay, this can happen. This can happen. We can do it.
Oh my gosh.
Now this is where you just got to control your emotions. Say, yes, okay, that's good. D'Angelo might. Let's draw 6 more cards. Now you just say, okay, how do I win the game? How do I not lose the game? I'm at 10. Don't make any stupid mistakes. But everything coming up Spiff right now. Crusader, permafrost a blocker, attack in for everything. That's 6/6/3. Looking at 15 damage on this attack. And Applechips in chump block mode. That's going to put Applechips down to 13. Torgov with the loot. Short Hopper just for good measure. Applechips going to draw an auto tread. Can't really do much except for pick off a Mandevilla and chump block.
Oh, no. Yeah, and this is just game. Very, very impressive.
Yeah,
from
Davia can
Spifferific.
stun the auto tread. A space for the win. Spifferific, the champion, taking it over Applechips in Summer Challenge number 3. Congratulations, Spifferific. Well-deserved win. That was fantastically navigated. Really nice final match there. Both of those players played really well.